Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about resistive circuit, and we will see some various problems, and we will see if some circuits are there and their combination is related to series or parallel. Then we will see what are the values that will remain same and what are the values that will change. So here we will go. See, actually, if you see, there are two types of circuit possible. What are they? Circuit can be like I am having a resistance. All the resistance are connected in series. All the resistances are connected in series. One possible way. Okay. Another possible way is my all the resistances are connected in parallel. Like this, like this, and like this. See, all the resistances are parallel to each other. Correct. So if I connect these two, if I hold these 2 points and I stretch it, so I will get all three are parallel. Okay. And if I see this, all three are in series. So one will go here, it will go here, it will go here, and go out. So like this, connections are possible. So two connections are possible. One is series, and another one is parallel. Okay, and after that also some connection can form, that will be the combination of these two. Okay, so combination of series and parallel. So in our earlier videos already we have seen resistances will be there, it used to control the current. Okay, now we will see how this all happens. So let's consider first circuit. It is series. Let there is a voltage V. Okay, voltage source V, like this, and some resistances are there. Let's suppose three number of resistances, and all are connected in series. All are connected in series. Let's suppose this is R1, R2, R3. All three are connected in series. So as we know, if there is a voltage source, it is connected through through some resistances, and the circuit is closed, and some current will flow. Let suppose there is a current of I. It is start to flow from here. See, current will flow because of the flow of charge, and you always keep in mind, if current is flowing in this way, then charge will flow in this way. So charge always used to flow in opposite direction. If such a thing is happening, it means charge is electron. So for electrons, current will be just opposite in direction. If current is flowing in this direction and charge is flowing in this direction, so keep in mind this is because of the positive charge, or called protons. Positive charge. Okay, so this is just for your knowledge sake. So current and charge flow direction used to be like this. Okay, now if you see the current is flowing in this way, then current will go like this, like this, like this, like this, and it will come out. Correct. So you see the current is simply going in this way. Current is not having any division. If current is not having any division, it means definitely current through R1 will be I, current through R2 will be I, current through R3 will be I only. Correct. So if current is flowing in this way, definitely some voltage will come across R1. So let's suppose this is V1. Some voltage will come across R2, that will be V2. Some voltage across this will be V3. Correct. So and we know from the Ohm's law, V1 will be current multiplied by resistance. So I into R1, and V2 will be I into R2. V3 will be I into R3. Will be? Yes. So and from the Kirchhoff second law, you know that voltage across all the elements will be equal to the source voltage. So we can say, or the sum of all voltage will be zero across a loop. So V will be V1 plus V2 plus V3. It means you are having V voltage, you have dropped V1 here, V2 here, V3 here. So actually V is equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. So if you see, actually your V will be I into R1 plus I into R2 plus I into R3. If I take I as common, then I will get R1 plus R2 plus R3. Correct? So this will be the V. Okay, up to now we have got this point. If you see, is it possible to replace all these three resistance by a single resistance? This is called equivalent resistance. It means ideally my circuit was like this: R1, R2, and R3. My circuit was like this. The V voltage was connected here. So is it possible to convert this circuit into this circuit? this R equivalent, actually this R equivalent is taking the place of these three resistances, correct? Actually we have to choose R equivalent in such a way so that my conditions remain same. Conditions means whatever earlier current was flowing, same current should flow. So you see in my earlier things, current was flowing I, and just now I have calculated V is equals to I into R1 plus R2 plus R3. So in my this case also, in my new circuit also, current should be like this only I. So definitely for this circuit V will be I into R equivalent, and for this circuit we have calculated V is equals to I into R1 plus R2 plus R3. If you compare these two equations, this equation 1 and this equation 2, you will get R equivalent is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3. What is this actually what is happening in case of series, the equivalent resistance of all the connected in series resistances will be equal to sum of these all resistances. It means if there is a circuit in which all the resistances are connected in series, you want to calculate an equivalent resistance, what you have to do, you have to just add up all these resistances, so you will get an equivalent resistance. First thing. Second thing, what we have seen in series circuit, current will not change, current will remains across all the resistances, correct? What is happening in third case? Third case is happening voltage across these different resistances is different value. Why it is? Because across R1, V of R1 was I into R1, V of R2 was I into R2, V of R3 was I into R3. So such thing was there. So in case of series circuit, I can say I remains same, I will be same only, it will not change. Voltage vary karega, vary, okay, and R equivalent will be like this. Okay, so this was about the series circuit. Now come to the parallel circuit. In parallel circuit, what is happening? All the resistances will be connected in parallel. Let this is R1, this is R2, this is R3. All three resistances are connected in parallel with the voltage source, correct? Now what we have to do, actually we have to convert this whole circuit into a simplified circuit like this. In place of these three resistances, I have to keep a single resistance to solve the circuit. Okay, what I have to do, I have to keep a single resistance. Okay, now you see, let's suppose one current have started to flow from here I. What will happen? It will reach to a junction. From the current Kirchhoff first law, at a node current will divide, so current will go in this way, in this way, in this way. Let's suppose current flowing through R1 is I1, through R2 is I2, through R3 is I3. So actually total current I will be I1 plus I2 plus I3. It will be, yes, and you know I1 is nothing but, let these are in parallel, so definitely voltage across this one will be I into R1, I2 into R2, I3 into R3, correct? So I can be written as V divided by R1 plus V divided by R2 plus V divided by R3. Why I have written V only? Because in case of parallel, your voltage will remain same. So if you put a voltmeter at this position, you will get reading V. If you put voltmeter at this position, you will get voltage V. If you put your voltmeter at this position, you will get V. Why? Because all the resistances are connected in parallel with respect to the voltage source. So that is why everywhere voltage will be equal. So every resistance will be having voltage as V. So this is I. Okay. So this is your I. That will be equal to, or I can write it here. I is equal to, we can take an as common 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Okay, so we will leave it up to here. Now come to this one. If suppose current I is happening to flow here also, why? Because both the circuits are same for us, and we have kept in place of these three parallel connected resistance a single resistance of R equivalent. Okay, so in this case your voltage will be I multiplied by R equivalent. If this is so, your equation 2 and equation 1 can be compared. So you will get 1 upon R equivalent is equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Like this you will get. So in case of parallel connected resistances, what is happening? Your total equivalent resistance is coming as 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. And in series, what was happening? In series, we have seen the total resistance was R1 plus R2 plus R3 only. Correct? So directly we were connecting there, and here parallelly we are connecting, so it will be 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. Now just see here what is happening. Voltage remain constant, means everywhere constant voltage will be there. I will be varying because current will be divided because of the node, and KCL law, you know, Kirchhoff current law, at every node current will vary. Okay, current will divide. And what is happening? R equivalent will come in this way. So you have to keep in mind, wherever the resistances are connected in parallel, you will deal with like this, and wherever current resistances are connected in series, you will deal with for earlier thing, whatever we have done here. Okay, now I will take a specific topic of two resistances. Let's suppose there is a condition R1 and R2. Both are connected in series. First condition. Now I will calculate an equivalent resistance. Okay, and another condition I will take R1 and R2. Both are connected in parallel. In this condition, I will calculate R equivalent. So, you know, here R equivalent will be R1 plus R2, correct? And here R equivalent will come 1 upon R equivalent is equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. So, if you solve it, you will get R1, R2, and you will get R2 plus R1, 1 upon R equivalent. If you make reciprocal of this, you will get R equivalent is equals to R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Correct? Let R1 and R2, if it is in series, the value is coming this way. If both are connected in parallel, value is coming in this way. Okay. Now what I actually want to tell, let's suppose R1 is equals to 1 ohm, R2 is equals to 2 ohm. So here also 1 ohm and 2 ohm. If you place these value R equivalent, if both are connecting in series, answer will come as 3 ohm. R equivalent, if both are connected in parallel, it will be 1 multiplied by 2 divided by 1 plus 2. That will be 2 upon 3. Its value will be 0.67 something ohm. So this is 3 ohm, this is 0.67 ohm. So what actually it is defining? In case of series resistance, equivalent resistance will be always greater than the R max. So whatever resistances you have used and whatever maximum value is available here, more than that your equivalent resistance will come. Correct? And in case of parallel, what is happening? Your R equivalent is 0.67, and this is very least quantity as compared to your R1 and R2. So in case of parallel, your R equivalent will be always less than R min. So whatever minimum resistance you have used, so what was the minimum resistance? 1 and 2. Out of 1 and 2, 1 was minimum resistance. So your equivalent resistance will be less than 1. So you always keep in mind this condition. So wherever you are using parallel condition, so parallel your this value will come. So less than your minimum resistance will come. Okay, so here you have used 1 ohm resistance. Your answer has come in case of parallel 0.67. That is very less than 1. Okay, and here what it has come? It has come 3 ohm. That is higher than the higher resistance that you have used. So sometimes statement wise questions also can come. So you have to keep in mind this condition. Okay, I hope now you can do the you can solve the questions. Let's suppose I will take a one question. Let my question is something like this. I am having 1 ohm, 2 ohm, and here I am having 5 ohms, and some again 5 ohm here, and like this connected in this way. My question is, what is the equivalent resistance across point AB? So what you have to do, you have to see what are the resistances that are in parallel, what are the resistances that are in series. So you see these two resistances are in series, correct? Yes, because if any current used to flow from here, it will remain same for this and for this. And if you see, if current will reach to this point, this node, current will divide, and you see this terminal of this resistance and this terminal of this resistance both are connected. So these two are in parallel, correct? So these two are in parallel and these two are in series. So if this is the condition, if you want to calculate the equivalent resistance, these two you have to deal as a series, these two you have to deal as a parallel. So its equivalent will come, this will come as a 3 ohm, and this will come as 5 multiplied by 5 divided by 5 plus 5, that will be 2.5 ohm. Okay, so this will be 2.5 ohm, this will be 3 ohm. Now in place of these two I put one resistance only, I put 3 ohm only. Now in place of these two I will put a single resistance of what, 2.5 ohm. Now you see again my terminal A has come here, B has come here. Now you see these two resistance, again these are in parallel or series. Your answer should be series, because if some current is flowing in this way, it will remain constant for both the resistance. So your R equivalent or R across AB will come as 3 plus 2.5. So it will be 5.5 ohms. Okay, so some question can come in which series as well as parallel resistances are connected. So you have to take care of all these things. But basic is this one only, whatever series parallel we have studied. So basic will be remain with these two slides only, this one and this one. Okay. I hope you will be able to solve the questions related to resistance. If any question is available with you, you can send it. I will definitely cover up in next coming videos. Thank you.